Hi everyone, my name is Liz Canapari. Today I'm excited to show you a Java project that I've been working on, a digital recipe book program. In this demo, I'll show you how the program works, explain the code behind it, and share some of the key things I've learned about Java programming while building this application. The purpose of this program is to help users store and manage their recipes. Users can create new recipes by adding a name, ingredients, and instructions. They can also save their entire recipe collection to a file that can be loaded in later. There are options to edit and delete recipes as well. Overall, this project is designed to demonstrate my understanding of key Java concepts, such as classes, array lists, and file handling. Now, let's jump into the program. First, we will add a recipe. And today, we will be adding this simple cookie recipe. So we'll call it simple cookie. And we'll enter the ingredients. So we have butter, which is 1 cup. Then we have sugar, which is also 1 cup. Then we have flour, which is 2 cups. And now that we're done adding ingredients, we'll just type done. And then we enter our instructions we've got right here. And now it says right here, recipe added, simple cookie. So now that it's been added, we can also save our recipe. So we will do 3 to save our recipe to a file, and we will call this file Great Cookies. I think that's a great recipe book name. So now that it's been successfully saved, we will be able to load it. So let's go ahead and exit the program and clear the screen here. And then we will open our program back up again. And we will load in our file. So we called it Great Cookies. And as you can see here, recipes loaded from Great Cookies. And if we click on, or if we select a recipe, we can see that the recipe pops up right here, simple cookie. We'll select that recipe and we will view that recipe. And there's our recipe. So now let's take a quick look at the code that we have here. So, and we can see right here that the file has been loaded in. So this program is structured using object-oriented principles. The core of the program revolves around 2 main classes. The recipe class, as we can see right here, and the recipe manager class. The recipe class handles individual recipes, storing the recipe name, ingredients, and instructions. Here you can see an array list to hold the list of ingredients dynamically. Each ingredient has a name, quantity, and unit. So as we can see here, it creates a name, ingredients, and instructions. And it also is able to get those things as well. Next, we have the recipe manager class, which manages the collections of recipes. This class handles adding, editing, and deleting recipes. It also interacts with the file system to save and load recipes. So for example, here is the method. We scroll down for saving the recipes. Here we have her load. And sorry, went past the save. So here we have our save where it brings in a writer to write files, looks at our recipe books, gets the recipe name and ingredients, and our instructions as well, writing everything in on its own line so that it can be pulled back later by this file reader. And this file reader will go through each line, recognizing where there's a new line. I also learned about handling user input and validating their choices with loops and conditionals. For example, when selecting a recipe from the list, I use a loop to make sure the input is valid before proceeding. As we can see up here with our editing even, it has an if statement where it can check to make sure that it is a valid input, and if it's not, it allows the user to know. I've learned a lot from this code. And doing this project, I've learned about the Java language, and I've learned how to work with classes and objects. For example, the recipe ingredients classes taught me how to encapsulate data and create reusable components. I also worked with array lists, which are a great way to handle collections of data that can change in size. Another key takeaway was learning how to work with files. Reading and writing data in a structured format like this really opens up new possibilities for handling persistent data. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching my demonstration of the recipe book program. I had a lot of fun building this project, and I learned a lot about Java along the way. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to leave it in the comments below.